Hello my friends, my name is Rodica Draganou and I was part of the BTE program from Romania, a small country which looks like a fish somewhere in Europe, and I was a student ambassador in 2015. Now that I introduced myself, let me tell you a story. A story about something that not many people have and something which is hard to hold on to because it requires hard work and dedication. I've always wanted to become a doctor. Yes, it sounds cliche, but let me finish what I had to say. So I was planning to go into medical school, and when I became part of the BTE program, the true journey in the medical domain started. Interacting with medical students, visiting universities and hospitals, learning about Johnson & Johnson's history, and even job shadowing. This is how I realized how curious and interested I was about diseases and treatments. And you should have seen me how excited I was seeing the doctor solving the patient's problem. But the best part was yet to come. I was chosen to be a student ambassador representing Romania in Washington, D.C. I had my first flight, I met young and beautiful people, and I learned quite a few things about overcoming a fast-spreading influenza pandemic. Those 5 days spent in the USA were life-changing for me. In one short sentence, the BTE program completely changed my perspective about medicine and helped me to take the first steps for achieving my goal. And now here I am in my first year as a medical student studying anatomy, biology, genetics, all the things that I've always been curious about. As a professor, Dr. Florina Mihaela Netera teaches students theory, but more importantly, practical skills. So she brings us to her workplace, to the hospital, and shows us how things are done.
So in my practice with the students, I'm trying to make some connection between fundamental part or theoretical part of genetics and clinical applications. Most of the students I have seen that they think that the genetics is only theoretical, but I have tried to show them and to have some practical experience with the connections and usefulness of genetics in medical daily practice. More than that, I have tried to show them some things that I think so it's important to know for their medical background, how to recommend and what to think about genetic testing, what means a normal result. Well, it was quite easy to see from the very beginning that Rodica is one of my best students. After the first homework that they had to present a case, I realized that she is even more than that. Her presentation was the best.
I could do a lot of laboratory practice, and I even had the chance to test my blood and find out my blood type and RH. My genetics professor is a true inspiration for me. She has such a great influence over her students because she's truly passionate about her work. Before I graduated the BTE program, I had received a scholarship. Here it is, a very useful scholarship. This is how I could afford to buy my own laptop, a laptop which I use all the time for studying and make projects, and I even created my own YouTube channel. I actually give biology free lessons for high school students who are interested into medical school because the admission exam is quite difficult, and I love to share my experience with them and give them the best that I have learned. It's hard to prepare on your own with no supervision for such an important exam. So I thought, well, I believe I can help, although I barely finally have time to study, I organize my schedule so I can post every week a new lesson. I do this with an open heart and I don't regret the time spent for this. You know why? Because the best investment in this life is the investment in people. So for me, medicine means investing in people. Many people might ask, do you believe you're going to become successful? And my answer is, yes, I believe so. You know why? It's because I have passion. This great program taught me to give the best that I have in order to achieve the best. So this is it. This is the story about passion. That little thing I told you about in the beginning. The thing that not many people have. And it's hard to hold on to because it requires hard work and dedication. But wait a second. This is not the end of the story. I have years of studying ahead and a great career in the medical domain is waiting for me. Thus, this is my way of saying thank you. And I hope that the BT program will continue to have such a beautiful impact on the Romanian students. Bye for now, and I'm looking forward to hearing from you.